Charging started, and our first successful juice flowing from a Rivian Adventure Network charger. Welcome back to Plug and Play EV. I'm Steve, and you join me at the Queensbury, New York Rivian Adventure Network charger, one of the first in the country to open up to non-Rivian EVs, and that's what I've got right in front of me. So we're going to plug in and see how we go with our first charge on the Rivian Adventure Network. Okay, so notwithstanding me completely ignoring the sign here, if there is a vehicle with a trailer, I will move, but remember it's only just opened and it seems very unlikely. It does still say plug in your Rivian to charge. Other vehicles, tap payment card below. So there is a payment card reader on these. These are significantly taller than the other models, as we'll see in a comparison. But let's see what we can do in the Rivian app here. I've got payments all set up already, it's all ready to go. We've got the location here in Queensbury. This is post 1A, similar to Tesla signage. It's in the app there. And it's just got a start charger button. So I'll plug this in. Very stiff, all very new. Charging started, and our first successful juice flowing from a Rivian Adventure Network charger. These are priced at 53 cents per kilowatt hour, I think it was. Rivians pay 40, so let's see what we ramp up to here. It's fairly quick activation. As I say, battery is preconditioned, so we should get pretty close to full power. Is a 300 kilowatt capable, according to the app. Nice clear screen. Push button. So telling you idle fee 50 cents per minute. There's your Rivian, 40 cents per kilowatt hour. Other vehicles 53 cents per kilowatt hour, so there's about a 33% premium. Maximum power 300 kilowatts, 500 amps. So all of the 1000 volts that we need, plus 500 amps for other vehicles. 10 minutes grace period. These are rubberized buttons here. So not actually a touch screen, which is interesting. Maybe they have learned from charge points slightly unusable touch screens. But you can see contactless right here. And fairly clear display, but protected from the elements a little bit. Clear green light on the post, as opposed to the white on those. I will try it on one of the others. We've already dropped down here. That's okay, we saw it get pretty high. And I'm confident that would stay there if we needed it to, but start tapering just by virtue of moving higher up into the pack here. So, 10 stall site. Power delivery is good so far. I think I might shift over to one of these just to try the hard. But lots of space. I could pull through further or pull through the other way, depending on where my charge port is. Let's have a bit of a think about that, actually, because if I'm a Ford F-150 Lightning, which these are supposed to be designed for a bunch of different vehicles, my charge port is here. So I'm going to want to pull in this way, and that would make sense. You'd still have tons of space for a trailer back here, so that would be good. Plenty of space, as you can see, but that's just because of the size of the vehicle. Looking pretty good. We'll get it to 5 and then stop it up. Very responsive, straight away. Presumably it'll give you some kind of idle time warning. Unplug vehicle. Idle time starts in 10 minutes. All good. Very clear. It's brand new, so they're very stiff. It's pretty well protected from the elements. Sits in there, but that could actually, not sure how well that would be if it was broken. Don't think that would hold it anymore, but there you go. That's one done. Now let's try the other piece of this, the how accessible it is with a card reader and just pulling up with no Rivian account and no preparation. So if I just pull up without really thinking about it, how far are those cables going to reach back? Now again, this is the worst position I could pull in because my charge port is back there to the passenger left. In fact, I guarantee that won't work, but just for the fun of looking at it, let's do it. There's no way that's long enough for this. So you will still have to think about it, but it's a solid, it's not too bad. You've got at least to the middle of the car here. So you could fit, if it was a front or a rear, that's not going to have any problem working. But for me, that's not going to be any use. So let's try it the other way around. Okay, so a good first charge. Let's see how it goes if we were replicating having no Rivian app. Tap phone, approved. Should be the same process. I'll time this. That's 5 seconds. Lock clicked after 10. $20 seconds. So 28 seconds all in from plug-in or authorized and plug-in to charge. And we'll see if it makes any difference here starting up. It'd be slightly odd if it held that when we were just doing 100 and something, but I just need to calculate and figure it out. Should still get a good rate even at 57%. We're not shy of 150, 170 usually this side. May even go up and peak and then come back down again. Maybe our highest, in fact. Wow, that's got very ambitious there for a second. Alright, that's interesting. This is 1B, so I'm assuming it's attached to the same cabinet. Kind of proves you can get max power out of it, you can get a good burst and get that energy in pretty quickly. As far as the site goes, we'll have a walk around, but it's pretty good in sense of food, sitting down to eat, but then it is a quick stop maybe, so not sure if that will be your perfect stop, but that's a diner right there, so it's going to be kind of morning, daytime hours. There is a hotel just behind us, which does have a level 2 charging, which is great to see. Down the hill, that's where the Tesla Supercharger is, and it's a mall. So you've got your Starbucks in the Target, also a Starbucks across the road, all the fast food here, KFC, Chipotle, McDonald's, Dunkin' Donuts right across the street, although it is a busy street, so you'd have to navigate traffic. So there's stuff here. It's you know, probably a good stop if you're heading from south to north, because you could grab a few supplies or just get your lunch done here and then head off into the Adirondack areas, Lake Placid, Lake Champlain, bunch of places, or all the way up to Quebec and Montreal. But let's go and take a look at the power arrangement, see what's feeding this, and then we'll I guess we'll be on our way, because we're going to be at 80% before we know it. You can see both the freshly tarmacked power runs sending conduit from these cabinets, 2, 4, 5, all branded with Rivian, all very minimalist. Don't know if you're going to get much information off these, but we'll have a look. And the transformer is, let's see, should be a decent chunk of power. Not sure what that says. 2000 kVA, 1 meter. Don't tamper with it, or National Grid will prosecute you. That's about it. Clifton transfer. Clifton Park, presumably, down the road. Have to decode that with people who are familiar. And then, yeah, here's some more power details. 920 VDC output, cabinet 500 amps continuous, minus 20 degrees Celsius to plus 40, 3R. Bus power cabinets, protection 600 amp breaker, etc, etc. There's the switch gear, dated June 2024, so all summer action. So there you go. I'll have to read up on these. 5 cabinets feeding 2 posts each, I guess. I have to look up all the tech specs. 2AB, 3AB, 4AB, 5AB. So a bunch of stalls, all dedicated CCS handles for the moment. CCS1, Rivian will move to J3400, but not for the moment. Still working on that transition, but this transition is underway. We've hit the Korean siesta, and no reason to linger. This is only 10 minutes here, so that's a pretty good stop. Almost 20 kilowatt hours before it crashed. Pricing is probably on average, really, with this area. Electrify America will be somewhere between 56 and 64 cents per kilowatt hour pre-membership. So scan for a digital receipt. Let's do that. Okay. Oops. Oh, and it looks like it was a $25 hold on the card, and it actually charged $10.22. So I'm assuming there'll be a balance back because it doesn't know an account or anything in the app to share that. So that's one potential downside of using a card. You're going to get that hold, whether or not you like those. But just over 10 minutes, 19 point something kilowatt hours. Get your little branding. Takes all forms. That's Google Pay that was working with me. You can do English, French, and Spanish. We've got the French Canadians coming down, that makes sense. You can scan, pay with the Rivian app, as I say, plug in and use card reader or near field, Apple Pay, Google Pay, etc. Same pricing info. We've changed from Rivian vehicle only to just vehicle charging only. Move your vehicle once you're done. And that's really all there is to say. So that's us charging on the Rivian Adventure Network. Some of the first Gen 1.5 chargers in the country, Queensbury, New York at the moment, Lansing, Michigan, then over in Joshua Tree, the outpost in California. Others starting to open up, one down in Colorado. But what do you think? Is this too little, too late? Were you excited to have the full kind of almost 100 locations available and now a bit disappointed to just see the slow rollout? Or is this Rivian doing the right thing, making sure that the long cables, taller units, more power capable sites are friendly for other models that they let on, and opening it up slowly so they get it right? Let us know what you think down in the comments, how you feel about the Rivian Adventure Network, whether you'd use it, pricing, all that good stuff, and we'll see you in the next one. Thanks for watching.